Thank you for your patience. I know it is a long day. I know it is time to go home and have your afternoon tea and snacks. So, but you still have to listen to my presentation. So I will take probably around 10 minutes. So let's see how it goes. By profession, I'm a clinical counselor. In other words, I talk to people on one-on-one in my office, in a safe room, in a safe place, where somebody can talk about their lives, where someone can talk about their stories, what they are going through, their difficulties, their challenges, even if they are into drugs or addict. So I talk to people. All right, that's basically what I do. And I also do addiction counseling. In other words, I work with people who are addicted to certain kind of drugs. Could be WI, or it could be heroin, or it could be other drugs. All right. So I listen to their stories. Usually, what I have come across is drugs is not the only problem they are having or they are facing. In life, they have come across different problems, issues. So it is important for us to understand that what is healthy mind, what is, in another word, mental health. So I will keep it very brief, and I hope you will all be able to understand as well. And when our conductor this morning or this afternoon asks you, do you feel good? And some of you said, not very much. All right, not very much, or not that much. I heard it from this second line. What I'm trying to bring it out here is that it is okay to express your feelings. It is okay to feel sad. It is okay and absolutely all right to feel disappointed and to feel hurt and to feel sad. I am not so happy today. It is perfectly all right. When you are not happy, it is okay to say, I'm not happy. Don't put it inside here, but talk about it. Express it. When you say, I am not happy, it doesn't mean that you are a bad person or you are not spiritual or not trusting in God. It doesn't mean that. You are a human being and you have feelings, isn't it? How many of you have feelings and emotions? We all have feelings, right? We all have emotions. That's how God created us. Okay, let's move on. So let's talk about healthy mind. Let me say here. Okay. Can we all read it together? 1, 2, 3. A healthy mind includes emotional, psychological, and social well-being and affects how you think and how you feel and how you act. All right, this is a mouthful. It's a long sentence. All right. But to keep it simple, when we talk about healthy mind, Dr. Hagin was talking about healthy body, right? So when we talk about health, we are not only talking about our body, we are not only talking about our spiritual health, we are also talking about our emotional or psychological health. So a healthy mind, when it talks about, it includes your emotions, your feelings, Your psychology, that means what you are thinking about yourself and about other people and how you see yourself. And when we talk about social well-being, it basically means how you relate to other people. It could be your parents, friends, or even someone you just met. So social well-being. All of these three areas include a healthy mind. So when you have a healthy mind, or when you don't have a healthy mind, it will impact how you think about yourself. It will affect how you feel about yourself, and it will affect how you act. In another word, how you behave. Let's move on, and it will become a better clearer. So it affects how you think and how you feel about yourself and about other people and about the world you live in, and how you are going to behave, because your feeling, your thinking is going to affect how you behave. All right. So what is this? Yeah. I like this. I really like this picture, because a picture speaks 1,000 words, right? Okay, let me read it for you. The heaviest burdens that we carry are the thoughts in our head. The heaviest burdens that we carry day to day, or even in our life and week after week, are often what we are thinking in our head. Our thoughts can become very heavy. It's like a big stone. As you can see in the picture, it is like you are carrying your own thoughts. It is becoming too heavy and you are dragging. It's like a block cart, right? You come to school with a heavy thinking, with heavy thoughts, feeling bad about yourself, feeling bad about what you did in the past or what you have done recently. So all of us, including me, sometimes we carry this heavy burden in our thoughts, and we live with that. And we have this kind of thoughts in our head. It will affect your life. It will affect how you behave, because our feelings, our thinking will affect your behavior, how you are going to behave. Let's read another one. Here we see Marcus Aurelius. He's a Roman emperor, and he said, shall we all read together? 1, 2, 3. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Let me read. The happiness, the satisfaction, the meaningfulness of your life depends not on how much money you have, not on what kind of dresses you are wearing, and not on what kind of beauty products you are using, and not on what kind of the latest mobile phones and gadgets you are able to afford or use. Those kind of things do not give you satisfaction and long-lasting happiness in life. But the quality of your thoughts determines how happy you can be in life. If the quality of your thought is bad, then you are going to have a bad day, isn't it? If the quality of your thought is bad, then you can have a bad life. So, let me ask you, what is the quality of your thoughts? Is your thought or thoughts positive and healthy? So ask yourself, What am I thinking? Is my thinking helpful for me? Is my thinking is positive and healthy for my life? Is my thinking is helpful for the kind of person I want to be in my life? Is this kind of thinking is helpful for my academic, for my studies, for my life? So ask yourself, what is the quality of your thought? Is your thought positive and healthy? Make it a habit and practice yourself every time you feel bad about yourself, or every time you think something bad about yourself, it just pops up, right? Even if you sit simply, sometimes our thoughts will just pop up, right? Isn't it? How many of you agree with me? Even if you are just sitting, your thoughts will just come out, automatic. How many of you agree? Yes. You are all those who have raised, you are a human being. I have those automatic thoughts. All those who have been born in this earth definitely and surely will have automatic thoughts. Whether those thoughts can be positive and good ones, and sometimes it can be negative and unhealthy. Some people who have, Brother Mohan has said, some people who have low self-esteem, they tend to have a very negative thoughts about themselves. They tend to have a very negative thoughts about themselves because, first of all, they feel bad about themselves. They don't see it worthwhile. They don't see it. They don't value themselves. So, naturally, their thoughts are not so helpful and negative. So, is your thought are negative and healthy most of the time? So you have to check yourself. Is my mind healthy? Is my thinking healthy? When you are inside, when you are on your bed, when you woke up, when you come to school, inside the classroom, in the church, when you are around with your friends, and make it a habit to ask yourself, is my thought healthy? Or is this thought helping me? If it is not healthy, if it is negative, and if it is not helping you, then you must not dwell on such thoughts. You must not entertain. You must not embrace such kind of thoughts. Alright? So, what are you doing to keep your mind healthy? This is one question that I want to leave with you all. But before that, I will just read some of the negative thoughts we might have. There are lots and lots, so many, but I will just read it out so that maybe you can identify yourself with this kind of thought. Oh, this is the kind of negative thoughts that I am having. Let me give you some such examples. One of them could be, I am worthless, or I feel worthless. Or it could be, I am so stupid. I am a stupid person. If you tell yourself, I am a stupid person every day, it will affect your behavior. Isn't it? If you tell yourself, I am worthless, I am nobody, I am good for nothing, then it will affect your daily life. If you don't believe me, keep doing that, you will see the results. But I don't want you to do that. Other thoughts can be, no one cares about me. My friends don't care about me. My parents don't care about me. These are some of the thoughts that we human beings can have. I don't know about what is yours. Or we can say, I am a failure. I am such a failure. I always make mistakes. Let me repeat this one again. I always make mistakes. Can you repeat? All of us, let's say 1, 2, 3. I always make mistakes. What is wrong with this sentence? How many of you can point out what is wrong with this sentence? There's something not so right about this sentence. How? Anyone? Can you say that again? Because we are a learner, so what is wrong with this sentence is that we are not always, even though we make mistakes, we are still a learner. Is that what you mean? Okay. I would like someone to try again. What is wrong with this sentence? I always make a mistake. I always make a mistake. Okay. No problem. You don't have to feel bad about yourself for not identifying which part of this sentence is wrong. Okay? Don't say, oh, I don't know this, I'm so stupid. Don't tell yourself that one. Catch that one, okay, before it interferes with your life. So let me tell you what is wrong with this sentence. I always make a mistake. It is wrong when you use the word always. It is wrong to use the word always. Be careful when you use the word always or never. Because I don't think you always make a mistake. I don't think you always make a mistake. We do make mistakes, but we don't always make mistakes. How many of you agree with me? Thank you. So when you use without thinking too much, I always make a mistake. I will never be good enough. Those kind of words you have to be very, very careful. So let's say even as a parent, or let's say even as a teacher, if you don't mind, let me just say it. If I tell to my students or to my children and tell my son or my student, you always make mistakes or you will never learn. That is not a good way of telling our children or our student. Because the problem lies with not making a mistake. The problem lies with using the word always and never. Do you understand what I'm saying? You made a mistake, but I don't think you always make a mistake. That is more positive. I make a mistake, which is more positive. If I say I always make a mistake, that means you are judging yourself. You are criticizing yourself without acknowledging that sometimes you also do the right things. All right? So I wish I am more like him. Comparison. I wish I am more like him. I wish I am more like that person. Sometimes our parents also told us, I wish you are more like your brother or your elder brother or sister. Comparison is very unhealthy. It's very unhealtdy. If you allow me to share one biblical story, is it okay? Okay. To make my point, comparison. How many of you know King David? Okay. And also, how many of you know King Saul? Okay. David was a teenager, right? Just like us, young man. And Saul was a king already. So who killed Goliath? David killed Goliath. Okay, you know the story. So David and King Saul, they made a procession inside the Jerusalem city, and they came in, and both of them were welcomed by the women of the city, and they sing song, they dance, and they say, thousands and thousands slain by King Saul, and 10,000 slain by David. So the difference is thousands and 10,000, isn't it? King Saul killed thousands of his enemies. David killed 10,000 of his enemies. So here is the problem with So, when he started to compare himself with this little boy, David, and he feel insecure. This little boy, someday he will take over my kingdom and my throne. He feel insecure, and when he compare himself with David, and then the next thing, what he was trying to do, he feel insecure. That means he was feeling insecure about his position. And the next thing he was trying to do was, he was trying to kill who? David. Your thinking will affect your behavior, isn't it? So he was feeling insecure. His feeling affects his behavior, and he tried to kill David. So comparison is not healthy. Be yourself. Be who you are. You are a human being, and you are precious, and you are valuable. If somebody also compares you, don't buy that idea. Alright? Don't buy the idea. So I will be closing very soon. And some of our negative thoughts can be, I am so ugly. I'm not handsome. I'm not beautiful. You know, in South Korea, there's a plastic surgery to make your face more like an angel, more pretty. They do a lot of surgery, right? And one of the journalists said that if you want to feel yourself, if you want to feel that you are ugly, you go to South Korea, he said, because they are so pretty. So what I'm just trying to say is that our quality of our thoughts doesn't depend on how much our face look like, what kind of clothes we wear, and what kind of schools we go. It doesn't matter. Your quality of thought depends on what kind of thoughts you choose. Let me repeat it again. Your quality of thoughts will also depend on what kind of thoughts you will choose. And how you see yourself is very important. If you see yourself someone who is important, valuable, precious, then it will affect how you feel about yourself and how you think about yourself and how you behave. If you see yourself, you are always a failure, and I can see some of the boys here doing some shadow. They are playing with their fingers. Okay, I'm going to end very soon because the time is up. So if you have a healthy mind, let me repeat, and may I have your attention, then I will close my book and I will shut my mouth and I will go back to my seat. Alright? If you have a healthy mind, then you can have a healthy relationship with other people. You can have a healthy and positive image about yourself. You will feel good about yourself when you have a healthy mind. And you will be able to concentrate more on your studies and on your academic performance. For example, if you always feel that you are a loser, or if you think that you are a failure, then how are you going to concentrate on your studies, isn't it? Because you already feel or think or believe yourself that you are a loser. But if you have a healthy mindset, like our sister, our one of the students said, because we are learner, if you have a mindset that I am still learning, then that is more positive. You may make mistakes, you can have failures in life, but if you have that kind of thinking, I am still learning, then you can move forward, isn't it? You will make mistakes, no doubt about it. You will make mistakes. You will come across failures in life, no doubt about it. That's being human. But if you have a healthy mind and healthy thought, you can have a very satisfying, meaningful life. So I'm going to end with this thought, and so we all repeat this one. 1, 2, 3. The happiness of your life hangs of your thoughts. We don't want to buy bad quality products, right? We don't want to buy second-hand quality product. We want to buy first-hand. So it depends on the quality of the thought. Thank you for listening, and thank you for giving your attentive ears. I wish you the best in your studies. Thank you. Okay, that will do. I am aware that in your school you have counselors. I am aware that. My final word. If you want to talk to your counselor or have something that is interfering with your life, probably you might have already indulged into something. You don't have to feel shame about it. Maybe you are struggling with something at home. Maybe you are struggling or going through very difficult times in your life, and you did not know what to do or how to handle that problem. So somehow, maybe you are into those kind of bad behaviors. I don't judge you. You are a human being. You can become a better person. So talk to your counselors here. Make use of those resources. And listen this one. I want pin drop silent, then I will go. Don't suffer alone. Don't suffer quietly in your own world. Don't suffer alone. Help is available. Thank you.